Stream on episode 317 of the VIG Lounge, where we continue with season mode playoff action. Round 1, Game 3, Pittsburgh, this time at Montreal. As the shift scenes to La Belle Province, will Montreal be able to get their first win of the series? They came on very strong in Game 2 with a solid goaltending performance by Samuel Montembeault, but the Penguins were able to edge them out and add a couple of empty netters to take home the two games to none lead as we move into Game 3. Now, with the scene shifting again, Pittsburgh has to come and pounce on them early, or will Montreal be able to feed off the energy of that home crowd? We will find out. But before we do, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. With housekeeping out of the way, let's jump into Game 3 action. Pittsburgh at Montreal. They never say you're truly in trouble until you lose at home. That's what Montreal's hoping for as we get set up here at center ice. Crosby was the opening draw from Bell Center, and we are underway. Rust with the first shot on goal, and Montembeault is able to pounce on that for the early whistle with 19:30 left in the first. Crosby wins the second draw, this time all the way to Letang. Letang with a drive. It goes ricocheting off the boards out to Raquel. Raquel now in Letang's spot. Shot onto the right wing circle. That shot's blocked before it hit the net. Drive by Joseph, the rebound, score! In Rust we trust! Penguins lead at 1-0 on the rebound. Brian Rust had to be quick on that one. The point shot by Joseph deflects off Rust's stick. He gets it back and puts it past Montembeault to give the Penguins the early lead. Crosby's won every faceoff so far. And giving up a goal, and things are going from bad to worse for the Habs as Nick Suzuki gets nabbed for the cross-check. Well, I guess they're going to call it an interference, but that definitely looked like cross-checking, but take your pick. Penguins have a great opportunity to go up 2-0. It seems like Sidney Crosby has not left the ice since the game began. Won that draw. Back to the returning Matt Grzelcyk, who slings one to the net. Swallowed by Montembeault. Malkin looks to win the draw on the second power play unit, but he's not successful. Canadians try to clear it. Deflects off of Tommy Novak. He still has the puck. Gets himself set. Fires! Malkin on the rebound. It would not go. Jake Evans sends it down. And the Penguins' power play will get reorganized with Matt Grzelcyk behind the net. He sends it all the way in. This might be icing, and it is, as Malkin could not get there first. 1:18 left on the power play, as the Penguins look to get out of their own zone and prevent Montreal from getting a shot on goal. Malkin wins that draw. Now to Grzelcyk. Stretch pass up to Tommy Novak, but he lost the puck. Matt Grzelcyk with a bump. Puck deflects and is now carried in again by Tommy Novak. He had a great chance, but he couldn't get it to go. Another shot by Novak blocked on its way to the net. Back to the blue line. Matt Grzelcyk lets it go! Wouldn't it be nice if he would score in his return to the lineup from injury? Not much to speak of on this power play. Yoel Armia with a chance. Turned aside by Alex Nedeljkovic. As Montreal get themselves a couple of shots on goal. Malkin gets into the circle and blows it by Montembeault! Gino Machino cashes in at the casino! And the Penguins lead 2-0. just turns off the wall and blows it by Montembeault. With, I believe, Cole Caulfield in front, unless someone else is wearing 22 now. But it might be that old. Oh, boy. The Montreal Canadiens coach, who looks a lot more like Mike Yeo than Marty St. Louis, is pondering what to do next, as the Habs have not had the start they wanted, as the Penguins lead 2-0, courtesy of the latest goal by Evgeny Malkin. Another draw won by Crosby. And that was a power play goal. So the Penguins have a goal at even strength from Brian Rust, and a power play goal, courtesy of the second unit, from Evgeny Malkin, assisted by Erik Karlsson. Rust carries it again. But it across, and the pass wouldn't go. Collected now by Caden Gooley. Kirby Dach to Patrick Laine. Lost the puck. Across now to Letang. And pushed ahead on the stick of Blake Lizotte. Theo Joseph playing the position of a forward there for a moment. And was able to get the puck to Tomasino, but the shot did not make it to the net. Oh, nice save by Nedeljkovic, probably his best of the game thus far. Now the young rookie Rutger McGroarty, who had some time at the end of the season for Pittsburgh, is playing very well on this third line. Back now to Connor Timmins. Shots blocked. Cole Caulfield scores! And he is number 13. So I'm not sure who 22 is for Montreal. My apologies. But the Habs have cut the lead in half, courtesy of their young playmaker, Cole Caulfield. And he brought the puck as well as Blake Lizotte into the net. And no chance for Nedeljkovic on that one. It's kind of neat that, Montreal has their actual goal song, because there are very few teams in NHL 25 that do. Puck poked away now by Connor Dewar. He's got a step around Lane Hudson. Cuts to the net. Knocked aside, by the Habs netminder Montembeault. Puck collected behind his own net by Connor Timmins. He lost the puck. He got it back. Was able to get it to his D partner, Kolyachonok, who was skating up ice. Kolyachonok with a shot, turned aside by Montembeault. One-timer from the blue line. Knocked aside by Samuel Montembeault. Juraj Slafkovsky. Well, the puck knocked away by Karlsson. Got it back. Nice shot on the pass and the rebound. Both turned aside by Nedeljkovic. Novak decides to hammer it in. Collected along the boards by Connor Dewar. Knocked off the puck by Gallagher. Grzelcyk jumps in, and he gets knocked down. Oh, puck went onto the stick of Matheson and got knocked away. Matheson gets it back. And there's a battle for it. Tommy Novak tried to get it to Malkin, but the pass deflected away. Nice jostle by Letang. Great stick by Grzelcyk. Gets it to Crosby, who's in a roll, and he scores! The Wizard of Cross waves the magic wand on the breakaway, and the Penguins lead it 3-1. A 2-on-0 with Letang, and Crosby elects to shoot, puts it down low, under the pad, on the breakaway, and with 4:37 to go here in the first, Pittsburgh has restored their 2-goal lead. Puck carried in now by Brian Rust. He'll shoot one. That was hoping for a rebound if it didn't go, but it didn't quite work out. Letang from the point! Knocked to the corner. I got a little more excited than I probably should have because I thought that was going to be a goal. Raquel with a jostle to get the puck free to Crosby. Finds P.O. Joseph. Tries to get it up the middle, and it's picked off by the veteran Kevin Shattenkirk, who I believe is retired IRL. I'm not 100% sure. You know, anybody who hears this part of the stream, please correct me on that if I'm wrong. Oh, and Patrick Laine finds the back of the net. On a weird bounce, as Laine pulls it back, puts it in far side, and the Habs are back within one. 1:59 remaining. Penguins still have a 1-goal lead, but Montreal has clawed back every time. The Penguins have scored more than a goal, or led more than a goal, I should say. Drive by Timmins trying to get that goal back, and Montembeault turns it aside. It's been a very exciting first period. We've got lots of goals, lots of hits, and a pretty decent amount of shots, especially on the Penguin side of things. McGroarty adds to that total, and Montembeault makes yet another save. One-timer is blocked off the stick of Laine. Newhook is in. He lets one go. Turned aside at the end of the period by Nedeljkovic. And that's where we stand. 3-2 Pittsburgh after one period of play. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats before we enter into the second. Shots on goal, 17-9 favoring the Penguins. A lot closer than game 1 and 2 in the first, I must say. Hits 12-7 favoring the Penguins as well. And the faceoffs were actually dominated by Pittsburgh, 7-3. And as you can see, the special teams advantage goes to the Penguins right now. 1-for-1 on the power play. Montreal is yet to generate a power play chance. Maybe that'll change in period 2. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. Let's jump right back in to some NHL 25 action. This time Montreal wins the opening draw, courtesy of Nick Suzuki. But Rust ends up with it on a stick once again. Drive! Turned aside by Montembeault. Raquel cuts to the front, and it's in! It's tricky to score a goal unless you are Rickard Raquel. It's tricky! Tricky Ricky. And just like that, the Penguins have their third 2-goal lead of the night, courtesy of number 67 in white. And utilizing Mike Matheson, former Penguin, as a screen, gets it past Montembeault. And the Penguins lead it now 3-1. Not quite a minute into the second, and the Penguins have restored that 2-goal lead. Rust looking for more. Puck knocked away and then collected by Joseph at the blue line. To Letang, off the post, that close. Now Raquel with a knockdown, gets the puck back. Rebound for Crosby at the side of the net. It will not go. Where's the puck? Crosby's got it. Now it's out to the blue line to Letang. Shots blocked. Joseph hammers one. And Montembeault will freeze, as he is a bit under siege here. Rickard Raquel climbing up the hit chart. He's a heat seeker and not the special zone ability, but maybe hit like a song. Montreal right now dominating the face-offs. They've won all 2 thus far. That's right, just like Ren and Stimpy in the glass jars, collect all 2. This time we're just talking about face-offs. Matheson trying to wheel, gets it to Kirby Dach. Grzelcyk looks to step up. Dach gets around him to Goulet, and the puck trickles in and is held and then passed off by Alex Nedeljkovic. Oh, and Brian Rust! Oh my goodness! Rust is tough on red, white, blue. Gets his second goal of the night. Probably one that Montembeault would like to have back, as he's just able to walk in and put a floater past Montembeault. And the Penguins have their first 3-goal lead. It's 5-2 with 14:58 to go in the second. Erik Karlsson with a hit to his D partner Grizzly. Trying to get those passes to work, but the Habs have done a great job cutting them off. Jake Evans. And puck briefly on a stick, headed again, and a save by Nedeljkovic, who dangerously passes off to Erik Karlsson. Carried in by Phil Tomasino. Now Malkin has it. Knocked off the stick, but recollected. Flung one, turned aside by Montembeault. Tomasino with a chance in front, also stopped by Samuel Montembeault. Malkin, point blank save! Montembeault chooses to hang on and robs Evgeny Malkin in the process. $11:21 to go here in the middle frame. Pittsburgh looking to add more. Blake Lizotte with a steal in front, and Montembeault was down, but he made the save. Connor Timmins looked to step up, was not able to do so. Cole Caulfield makes it snappy for his second goal of the game, and Montreal is trying to claw back. No chance for Nedeljkovic on that one. Just snaps it by him, and Habs are now within 2. Draw one by Blake Lizotte, gets it back from Connor Timmins. It's knocked away by the Habs goal scorer, Cole Caulfield. Kolyachonok with a big hip check. Now Rutger McGroarty decides to dump it in. Collected by Kolyachonok. Then he lost the puck. Carried in now by Mike Matheson. Hayes tried to get there to knock the shot or knock the puck away, but he was not successful. Fortunately for him, Ned did his job and was able to make the save. Hayes with a shot, that's blocked, gets it back, tries to get another shot away. And there's some battling for the puck as the Habs come away with it. Chris Letang with a hammering hit along the wall. And he will carry the puck in for Pittsburgh. Drive, Raquel on the rebound. Would not go. Now Crosby. Jams away at it. And Samuel Montembeault will hang on. With 6:05 to go. Go Habs go chant here at the Bell Center. Now let's go Pens. See how quickly that switched? These fickle fans will turn on you in a heartbeat. Thank you, EA Sports. Rushed with a shot that goes off of Montembeault to the corner. Gooley collects it. Now to Newhook. And sent down. Erik Karlsson gets it to Matt Grzelcyk, who jumps up on the rush. Feeds it across to Raquel. Denied by Montembeault. Carried in now by Phil Tomasino, who's had some chances, but has not been able to get one past the netminder here tonight. This time Tomasino finds his centerman Malkin, who does have a goal tonight. This was on the power play. Looking for another one. Comes back now to Tomasino. Tomasino drifts into the middle, and the puck goes off of Montembeault and out of play. Puck goes high. And Ricard Raquel is still climbing up the hit board, along with, looked like Letang and Crosby, unless I misread it. Which, I mean, you know, being legally blind, I probably did. Dvorak, crunched along the wall. Malkin pops out in front, and Montembeault squeezes it. As we are nearly down to 1 minute remaining in this middle period. As we now highlight the goaltenders, Alex Nedeljkovic and Samuel Montembeault, neither of which have had a sparkling goals against average in this game, but both have made some great saves. Both have given up some goals they've had no chance on. And I'm sure both of them have had goals that they'd like to have back. Carlson, a bomb! And Montembeault holds on to it with 2.4 seconds left. Malkin. Oh, that is an awkward hit. Hopefully he's all right. You know, he's had some issues with his knees in the past, so. There's some nachos and cheese. I'm sure some would enjoy. And there's the familiar siren to indicate the end of period 2. Pittsburgh leads it 5-3 after 40 minutes. Well, let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Pittsburgh heavily outshooting Montreal 38-12. Hits are a bit closer, 25-19. That also goes to Pittsburgh. Faceoffs now dead even at 10 apiece. Montreal really poured it on in the faceoff dot in the middle period. And there's still only a single penalty that belonged to Montreal, which Pittsburgh converted on. But with all that said, Montreal has certainly made it a game. 2 goals in 1 period is, you know, certainly an attainable goal. Pittsburgh, of course, is going to try to shut that down. Will they be successful? Let's find out. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Get ready for period 3. This time, Crosby beats Suzuki in the circle. And Rust carries it in. Flung one, looking for the hat trick. But Montembeault said, as he hangs onto it by cradling the puck into his body to get the whistle. Sidney Crosby wins it back to Letang. Across to Joseph. Joseph trying to worm his way in, but he was not able to do so. Oh, boy. Caulfield on a breakaway until he's not. Beautiful defensive play by Chris Letang to get the puck back. Rust carries it the other way. Shot stopped by Montembeault. Joseph now drifts into the middle and lets it go. Montembeault's got that one. Slafkovsky dumps the puck in for Montreal. Collected behind the net by Ricard Raquel. Tried for the stretch pass and failed. As the Habs bring it back in, it's on the stick of Slafkovsky. P.O. Joseph had it for Pittsburgh and lost it. Oh, Letang with a big hit. But the puck is nowhere in sight. That's going to be an icing call as the Habs touch it up. Nearly 5 minutes gone here in the third as P.O. Joseph hits the deck. Pittsburgh still hanging on to their 2-goal lead. And I would say they were looking for more, but Montreal has now got an offensive zone draw, which they lost. Tomasino gets away, and he scores off the post and in! Get yourself a cold brew! Phil Tomasino! And the Penguins lead again by 3! There was room off the post and in. And you know Phil Tomasino was buzzing all night. Had a feeling he would find the back of the net, and he certainly has. After having a plethora of chances between periods 1 and 2, he finally cracks the code that was Samuel Montembeault, at least for him, on a breakaway here in the third period. Puck carried in now by Kevin Hayes. Well, puck deflected in on Montembeault, who covers because he does not want to doesn't want to take any chances. Draw one by Lazat. Shot taken by Timmins, but disrupted. Now Blake Lazat has to get back, as does Kolyachonok. Nice defensive play. Habs knock the puck as it goes into the corner. Blake Lazat will softly chip it in. Collected along the wall by Rutger McMurray. Cuts to the front, denied by the pad of Montembeault. Puck deflects onto the stick of Raquel. Great save, Montembeault. Sidney Crosby gets it to his longtime line mate, Ricard Raquel. Actually, I want to say more of that for Brian Rust, but there was a good chunk of the season, actually, where Raquel and Rust both flanked Crosby on the wing, and it worked out quite well, actually. Raquel across the Rust in front, looking for the hat trick, but it is not to be. 8:13 to go here in period 3. Pittsburgh is still pouring it on as they lead by 3, but are trying to lead by 4, or maybe more. Montreal wins it in their own zone. Hudson to Dvorak, who ran into a wall. Puck goes all the way back into the half zone, but this will be icing. Connor Dewar wins the defensive draw for Pittsburgh. Back to Erik Karlsson. With a nice pass up the middle to Noel Acciari. 65-55. And Acciari got a shot off. Not a lot of action from the fourth line. I feel that there were some chances from Connor Dewar. And now that shot by Acciari, but other than that, not that much. But that's okay. Back now to Erik Karlsson. Puck knocked away, off the boards from Matt Grzelcyk, and carried back in by EK65. Oh, he took a bump. Looks to be no worse for wear. Patrick Laine, who has a goal for Montreal tonight, was looking for more. Malkin's going to carry him. Finds Tomasino in the slot, and Montembeault was wise to it. We're now a Go Habs Go chant as the faithful fans in La Belle Provence are trying to get their home team back into it. They're running out of time, though. They've got to score 3 goals in a matter of, well, just under 4 minutes now. Time is certainly the enemy of Montreal. As his puck possession, Malkin a drive. Montembeault trying to keep them in it. Raquel shoots. Russ gets it back. Out to the point for Joseph. He'll let it go off the post. Penguins have had some puck luck, but no, Russ in front. 17 is is wild! The hat trick for Brian Rust! And there are a few hats on the ice. But that play kind of came out of nowhere. And Rust just took the puck off the wall, walked out in front, and put it past Montembeault. And this Habs coach, whoever he is, has his head in his hand. He's certainly not happy with that one, as this game is essentially out of reach now. With 1:12 remaining, and the Penguins have a 4-goal lead after converting the extra point. Puck carried in now by P.O. Joseph. Offside. Under 50 seconds to go in this game. Under 50 seconds before Pittsburgh has a stranglehold on this series, leading 3-0. Montreal are going to have a lot of work to do. The odds aren't in their favor, but reverse sweeps have happened, and the Penguins have been a victim of that in the past. .37 to go as the Habs netminder hangs on. Crosby. Want it back now. Raquel shoots and scores! Tucks it in! On the delayed penalty. Goal scorer in heaven, number 67. Ricard Raquel with his second. With the extra attacker. As he outweights the Habs netminder and puts it by. So the Penguins now say life is great with a lead of 8-3. I'm not saying they lead by 8 goals, but I had to catch myself for that, so apologies. I can't discount the Habs' 3 goals, but it is now a 5-goal lead, so the Penguins are ahead by a fistful. Nedeljkovic for the save. Oh boy, the fans are not pleased. Oh, what a great chance in front, but Nedeljkovic shut the door. Habs hemming the Penguins in their own zone. Too little, too late. Rust carries in, but we're out of time. The Pittsburgh Penguins on the road score 8 goals and defeat the Montreal Canadiens by the final score of 8-3. And those boos are music to the Penguins' ears as we see a hit by Rutger McGroarty. Let's take a look at the stats and wrap things up. Shots on goal. 51-18 for the Penguins. Hits very close though, 35-33. And the Penguins win the face-off battle 18-16, very close as well. And of course that only penalty taken by Montreal led to Malkin's power play goal and led by Brian Rust's hat trick and a 2-goal performance by Ricard Raquel. The Penguins are 1 win away from moving on to the second round. Thank you all for tuning in to this part 1 of a 2-part episode of the VIG Lounge. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. Until next time, I bid you adieu and have yourselves a sensational Saturday, everybody.